What's going on, y'all? Let's check out this video about Tectone going against pretty much the internet. See what's happening. I'm not really a Tectone like fan per se.
Recently, Tectone got a...
This Jane just stopped playing before I even finished talking. I'm not a Tectone fan per se. I used to watch his videos, but then after a lot of things came out and he admitted to a plethora of things, I'm not really watching them like that. Not for me. But let's check this out, see what's happening with Tectone and the internet.
Recently,
and his termination.
Tectone got a temporary ban on YouTube after what he claimed happened was getting struck for excessive swearing, along with Hasan abusing the copyright system against him. However, many online are doubtful about his claims, given he provided no evidence, and if such a thing was true, it would be a huge story of the week. And since then, he has claimed he will be moving to Rumble full-time. Additionally, Tectone got in hot water for posting about allegedly his ex-girlfriend. After a clip of Pink Chiyu went viral where she's talking about him in an unrelated setting, prompting him to appear to call her out, despite there being a court order against that for the next 10 years. There's a lot to get into, so let's just jump in. Well,
I ain't gonna say what I was about to say. No. Last time I gave somebody a compliment, y'all let me have it. I ain't gonna give no compliments out here in these
streets. To the internet versus Tectone's termination. It starts when Tectone tweets out 1 week ban from YouTube.
And Tectone wasn't the one I was gonna compliment.
YouTube. Can't post or stream. Can't say I didn't see this coming. Every platform is over sanitized. They pretend you can speak your mind freely, but you really can't. 1 week, no content because of excessive swearing. All good. Not worried about it. See y'all in 1 week. I'll still be posting here. Gonna focus on the gym and spend time with the fiance and my dog. Appreciate all y'all. We'll have to adjust content when I get back since it seems no platform isn't trying to censor me. Showing that it says only visible to you due to community guideline strikes. You can't create posts right now. And Cheapy Reviews replies, bro, what the fuck? YouTube legit gave you a strike for swearing? And Tectone replies, it may have been because I was saying Hasan wants to get dicked down by Asmongold. Smash JT says, wait, didn't they just the other day say they were relaxing their stance on swearing? What the actual... Sharo replies to Tectone by saying, sure.
Nah, he gotta show that. Show what it actually said. What was the real reason for your termination?
It's always the platform and not you. Chris Pavlovsky, the CEO of Rumble, quotes Tectone by saying, Rumble is the way. And Tectone replies with eye emojis. Over on r/livestream fail, Lukey Gary posted this post with the caption, Tectone banned on YouTube for 1 week. And Inevitable Gain replies, banned for excessive swearing? Is there any truth to that? Kind of sounds like BS. And No Thanks I'm Good replies, it's not true. They don't ban you for swearing. And the Feed Machine says, only thing that swearing will do is impact your CPM. Most likely scenario is that his AdSense payout is garbage, so he is claiming to be banned instead of just saying he wants people watching on platforms that will pay him more. Maleficent Ad says, the man will lie about what happened and was said in court, with transcripts publicly available. It's safe to assume anything that he says that can't be contradicted by a source outside of himself.
He did do that. He 100% did lie about that. Hey, listen, I was gonna say that, DHF. I wasn't going to say nothing about the Tiggle. I was going to just say that was a nice looking lady. I was going to say Tectone was tripping for what is wrong with him. I didn't know she was that fine. That's what I was going to say. I was nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy.
Itself is definitely a lie. And Ayo Isaac says, bro, he didn't lie. The woke judge just wasn't vibing with him. And Sinful Führer says, do you have any proof that he lied? Judge. And Tubbish replies, the literal transcripts he mentioned, you ape. Then Tectone tweets out, I am done streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I am now going to be a Rumble exclusive streamer. Links down below to join. The first stream Saturday, March 28th, 9 a.m. Central. Done streaming on platforms that ban me over petty insults when there are people falsely accusing people of crimes, as well as on the country they're streaming from. Censored YouTube vids will still be uploaded. A full video outlining in depth why this is happening. And just for context for what Tectone is likely talking about, he tweeted out earlier, Hasan just publicly claimed that the United States is a terrorist country. What an absolute retard.
Literally doesn't matter. He can prep with whoever he wants. He can prep with Benny Morris if he wants. There is no way you support terrorism, question mark. No, I don't. I don't support the state of Israel, and I don't support the state of the United States of America.
But back to the tech.
That sounds crazy. That he avoided the heck out of the question, and yes, he has publicly supported those things. So yeah, He supports terrorists. I think that's pretty factual. He himself has made that public too many times.
Own tweets, Threadpool replies, Rumble streamers are about to get a notification that a sex offender has joined their neighborhood. Pimpleton replies,
Damn.
would love to hear more about what you're specifically referring to when you say people are falsely accusing people of crimes, but I fear it might violate a certain judge-mandated order. Kate Bloom co-tweets the post by saying, bro said Rumble exclusive like it's an exclusive nightclub and not a digital Florida gas station. Chibi Reviews replies to Tectone by saying, wishing you the best on Rumble, brother. Then Tectone posts a video on his YouTube page, and Leia Sapienza clips some of it with the caption, Rumble streamer Tectone alleges that Twitch streamer Hasan Piker is abusing the YouTube copyright system as he copyright struck Tectone. Tectone also states that his YouTube channel is at risk of termination because of the strike and community guidelines warning. If Hasan copyright struck Tectone, I suggest showing the email received regarding the strike to prove that Hasan is.
I would like to see that. That would be huge news. Like, what? Yeah. Let us know, bro. What's going on?
Is in fact striking Tectone for copyright. Attaching this clip.
However, what's going on right now is there is a parade of content creators who are currently abusing the copyright strike channel feature on YouTube. Number one, Hasan Piker. Number two, and I see not, this just happened today, Baby No Money. Baby No Money has copyright struck WestJet, and Hasan copyright struck my channel, as well as Ariana Grande. Yes, so we currently have a couple warnings on our channel as well as a strike, and the reason why for this one will blow your mind. Out of everything that I say on this channel, and
That sounds a little suspect out the gate. If he got that many copyright strikes back to back, his channel would probably be gone. If they were like legitimate, like companies trying to say, nigga, your whole channel would be gone right now. You listed like more than 3. So yeah, I don't know. Plus, I do think that if it's true, then if you showed people, they would probably be on your side. If you showed people.
guys, I get it. Sometimes I say some crazy things. I don't really think I say anything too diabolical, but all I said was due to, and I'm going to have my, I'm going to have to censor a lot of things that I say going forward. Hence why I'm very glad I'll be streaming on Rumble very soon, because what's going to happen is I'm going to stream completely uncensored on Rumble, because I've never heard of a single person ever be banned on that platform for anything they've ever said. And then I'm going to have to sanitize it a bit on YouTube, unfortunately, just to make sure my channel has a much higher chance of not getting deleted while these copyright strike claims come off. So what I said is that Hasan had some suppressed homosexual rage for Asmongold, and he often fantasizes about Asmongold and him sharing a lovely night together. I'll kind of just let you guys fill in the pieces, but that's in essence what I said. And I'm not gonna lie, I am a fucker. I absolutely am, because that's
not just ish talking, right? Like, the cleaned up version of that didn't even sound bad at all. You know what I mean? I know that you said it crazier and something that was not really PG. You probably said it was extremely explicit. I've heard the way that you talk on your channel in general, and I don't think you could even blame that on someone else. You be wildin'. And that's different from a copyright strike. That'd be you breaking guidelines because you just had to say the most filthy of the filthy. I say that Hasan's in love with Asmongold all the time. I never describe what's gonna happen. Like, what kind of sick? Never mind. Because more than likely, I don't want to know explicit details about the world where I was born into.
And Mario Master replies, if he is truly abusing the copyright system, wouldn't he have some sort of proof?
Hey, what's up, Blue? How you doing?
Like a message or email from YouTube telling him about it. Most likely he's lying about it to make it seem like he's a victim. And Leia says, yeah, I want proof because I don't believe him. And Mario says, do I think it is possible? Maybe. Hasan said he would take down clip when they were speaking negatively about him. So it's not impossible. But Tectone would still need to provide proof to this since he didn't yet. I'm not going to take his word. Phantom replies, oh great. Another video of this on his porch. Hey guys, I'm outside today to complain about Hasan, but he doesn't bother me. Nothing bothers me. I'm above it all. Now I'm going to go vague post about my ex and delete it again. And speaking of Tectone's ex, that transitions us to the second part of the video, which starts off with the snot-nosed Swagger posting this clip with the caption, "Did Tectone potentially violate his protective order because of this Pink Chew roast 2 days ago?" Attaching this clip of Tectone's ex.
Alex, I haven't had so long. Did you know the last guy not have sex with you or what? What happened?
Well, he was only attracted to anime women, so. But it looked pretty anime. Kawaii desu.
What do you mean he was only attracted to anime women? Was he like addicted to
Hi.
So he was a
Nigga, but I wouldn't have even been asking about this nigga so much. What shows? Is this a dating show? I'd have been like, yo, listen. You know, I'd be happy to. Nasty song for me. Yeah, I got to give myself the nasty song with that one. My bad. My bad, guys. Bad Beast Boy.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
You know, I just thought I was helping out. My bad. Just thought I was just offering my services. The nigga Tectone didn't know what to do with that. Nah, people be saying that. Nigga, that means that's literal in this case. He didn't know what to do with this chick. What was her name? Pink Chew? He had no idea. I don't know what's going on with him.
addicted to hi. So he was addicted so much he didn't want to have sex with the real thing?
Something along those lines.
If you suffer from this, call 1-800-YIKES.
That is nasty work. Hey, what's up, Cindy? How come I can't see you in chat? That's weird.
Okay. All right. And Bella, what kind of guy are we looking for Pink?
A guy with hair, number one.
What's this whole like,
that's
old guys
crazy.
thing?
Bald guys are fine, but her ex was bald, so she needs a change of pace.
I think it was a different type of bald though, my nigga. Like, why you just gonna eliminate me from the? I got some hair. I got more hair than Tectone.
Then snot-nosed Swagger follows up the post with a screenshot of Tectone's now deleted tweet.
I'm just putting myself in the competition. My bad. My bad. I'm in the playing nasty song again for myself.
With a caption, "The tweet that potentially violates his protective order." And it's Tectone saying, "Y'all ever heard of a sexual assault victim complaining they weren't getting enough?" Along with attaching a link to the archive.org Wayback Machine archive. Shamu replies to the clip by saying, "Bro got cooked so bad he broke the order." Deliver the Food says, "I'm still flabbergasted."
If you know the details of everything, and we went through it, I get what she's saying. I get what she was getting at.
She dated him. The Indie Observer says, "Odd. I wouldn't think a victim would openly talk about her assaulter so vagrantly. Also, odd how she seems very acceptable for a victim. Unfortunately, Techie can't speak up for himself. Though, kind of funny how one of them is getting married and the other is still single." And no one replies, "This is your thought process? So you want victims to not talk about their assault? You want them to revert back to virgins and never have a again? I don't understand. What is this brain and dead to take?" And the Indie Observer replies, "I'm going to assume this is a post because I said nothing of the sort. Assault victims do not just jokingly talk about their assaults or assaulter. I just said it."
That's not true at all, actually. You know, a lot of people do that as a coping mechanism. They will want to take control back, and not saying it's necessarily like the best way. But it happens. People do that all the time. All the time. So to say that, no, they never do this. Nah, that's not fair.
Was odd. And Jules says, "You are outstandingly wrong. Everyone copes with trauma in different ways. Dark humor is absolutely a coping mechanism that plenty of people use."
That's crazy. I never even watched this video before, but I just said that exact thing. Like, what? Somebody like me that's extremely into comedy, where like I've studied it. I would have been doing stand-up comedy if it wasn't for me finding success on YouTube. Right? That made me focus more on being a content creator than a stand-up comedian. But I've seen a plethora of comedians express like dark things right through jokes as a coping mechanism for their life. Happens all the time. I could give one example, but I don't think people like them very much. So they'll be like, what? You're siding with them? No. Nah. I'm just saying where their comedy would stem from of what they were attempting to do.
Templar replies to the original clip of Pink Geo by saying, "This is what I talk about all the time. There are a lot of short-sighted simps that are guided entirely by their emotions. Thus, I don't like Tectone, so this is good and funny. It's not. This situation sucks. She can talk about him, but he isn't able to respond. Whatever you think about Tectone, every one of you should be able to recognize that this is not the way society should operate." And Snot-Nosed Swagger replies with this clip in the cap.
This is a huge difference. I'm not trying to be a simp or nothing, but the way he was talking about her was way extreme compared to what she's saying. I don't think it's that extreme. Maybe some dark jokes, dark humor. I just don't think it's as bad as the crazy, nasty shit he was saying.
This guy doesn't believe marital exists, by the way.
I love your take on marital. There is no such thing as marital. When you get married under the church, you inbred invalid. When you get married under the church, you become one body, one flesh. So when you are married, consent is implied.
And Tactical Templar says, "I've explained this clip enough times that even someone like you should be able to understand it. So either you're genuinely or you're a bad faith liar. Either way."
I don't know how you about to explain that. Nah, wrong. He's wrong. So you think what happened with Tina Turner was consensual?
Hey, you're just not up to this conversation. Ephesians 5:25. Idiot. And for context on the New International Version translation, Ephesians 5:25 says, "Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." And Coco Nuts replies, "You are wrong. The point of Ephesians is to reveal that the woman defines the body and the man defines the spirit. The one flesh is what takes place when you put in your immoral body, which is the joining of the body and the spirit becoming one flesh. What this means is that even as a married couple, the man doesn't own his wife. They are partners and have agreed to that partnership to have children. This is the sanctity of marriage. A woman is not a man's property, or vice versa. Neither are the two one being."
So we got married, you give up your rights. What the fuck? I just watched the movie like that. That was a crazy ass movie where he tricked his wife, he married her, tricked her to go back to his homeland. And as soon as they got there, that nigga switched up crazy. I can't remember that jank. But she was trying to escape with her daughter, I think. Oh, that was a messed up situation. And it's supposed to be based on true events, too.
And Tactical Templar says, "I don't know where you learned these heretical teachings, but they are unbiblical." And Coconut says, "No, they aren't. That's exactly what it means. You are literal minded, and that's your problem. What do you think the glorified estate is? What do you think the new body is? What do you think the wedding garment is? God is the God of free will. You can't take your wife's free will away." Snot-Nosed Swagger then quotes his original post with a new clip in the caption, "This GIF reacts to Tectone potentially violating his 10-year protective order."
Y'all ever heard of a sexual assault victim complain they weren't getting enough sex? Are you kidding me, Tectone?
Hold on. The name of the film I was talking about is called Not Without My Daughter. Based on a true story. American woman whose Iranian husband takes her and her daughter to Iran for vacation, then forces them to stay permanently. Yeah, that's a crazy story.
Are you going to somehow say this was your schizophrenia doing this again? Or like, I don't even know. Like, what? Why would you ever think that you could tweak this? He actually is the biggest imaginable, chat. Because him tweeting this is against his protective order that Pink Chew has on him for 10 years. They have a protective order. He cannot talk about her publicly. And he not only is not talking about her privately, he's publicly on his own Twitter opened his phone, wrote this tweet, and clicked send. He then deleted it, obviously, because I'm sure his lawyer was freaking the fuck out at 3 a.m, like, what the fuck are you doing? And Tectone could and should go to jail over this. This might put Tectone in jail. When you break a protective order, that's pretty serious. And there's already been so much to prove that he's done it already. It's been what, a month? And he's already tweeting about her? Are you y'all ever heard of a sexual victim complain they weren't getting enough sex? Wild, dude. Wild.
Critical Shogun also quotes a clip with the caption, "This is the clip that bruised Tectone's ego so badly he desperately needed to tweet and violate his protective order over," attaching the deleted Tectone tweets. And Loopy replies, "So she and her friend can talk but he can't respond. I like goth mommies too," but his response was valid and justified. And Communist Kaiju Classic says, "That's how court orders work, dipshit." Mythical also tweeted out the post by Tectone and captioned it, "You would know a lot about SA Tectone, considering that you have experience doing it." And Yeet screenshotted this saying a Mythical calls out Tectone for deleting a tweet, and Tectone replies to Yeet by saying, "Oh, thank God. I thought that was someone that people on Earth actually heard of before." And Mythical replies, "Didn't you get exposed for botting your own live streams?" And Nicholas Dorio replies to Tectone by saying, "Does this not violate your protective order?"
It does. It super does. Like, he's bugging.
And John Grilly replies, "Explain how this violates his protective order. Explain how this tweet targets one person specifically. Or are you saying he isn't allowed to talk about anything tangentially related to his protective order? Because that's a violation of his First Amendment rights."
Okay, now you're just being dense. How the hell does this have anything to do with his First Amendment rights at all? It don't. The hell is wrong? Well, I got freedom. No, you don't. No, you don't. Nigga, you're bugging. I hate when people use that as an excuse for their behavior. Nigga, no. No, that's not, has nothing to do with that. Because of consequences. Just because you're free to say something or speak on something does not mean that you're free from the consequences.
And Authenticity replies, "You are the only most sound and logical man here, by the way. Bless you, bro. Unlike the amount of jealous, ugly losers that show their head here attacking at a small nothing burger, including Yeats for instigating this. They're so miserable. They know nothing about
it. Does sound familiar, Chris. Word up.
The order." Attaching this clip of Tectone.
It's like seeing all of these people, and they do this every day, by the way. Like, I'll be streaming, and then like a pink square will pop up. And they say, "Oh, Techie looked at the color pink. He violated his protective order." It's like thousands of these clips of people.
So you're pretending like you didn't just speak on this woman publicly? Like, you didn't go and find the clip and make an effort to post it or to talk about it or talk about her specifically on your page? And how is that comparable to you pulling up a pink box?
People just saying nothing. Say, "Yep, he's going to jail, guys. Yep, this is the 18th time he's going to jail." Guys, he talked about OnlyFans women. He's going to jail. Guys, he's talking about illegal immigrants. He's going to jail. It's like, bro, seeing so many of these clowns act and pretend like they know anything going on is insane.
Nicholas Turiel also independently tweets out, "Tectone claimed Hasan Piker filed a false copyright strike on his channel. It showed no evidence, and I've seen zero discussion of this at all whatsoever. I don't even remember seeing his friends try to help him, and I think everyone just assumed he's lying. I only remember this was a claim he made while I was editing a segment and heard myself say how pathetic it was that he ran to Rumble like a without showing any evidence. If Hasan was misusing the copyright system, it would be the top drama story right now." And Nicandros replies,
Facts. That is true. I would talk about it. He would talk about everybody and their mama would cover that story, bro. Like, yes. Why would you not release that screenshot of it if it was true? Like, I would have put that out 10 seconds after I seen, what? Hasan just copyright. Before I even talk about it in a video, y'all getting this screenshot on Twitter, Instagram, a bunch of pages I'm barely on my community tab, nigga. Everything. I'm gonna do a short video, letting people know what's up, and then I'm gonna do a long form video where we break down what the hell is happening.
"Even Nux said that if he doesn't have $1 million contract with Rumble, it's a massive L." And Nick replies, "The only people who go to Rumble are out of options or being paid handsomely.
Hey, what's up, Ren? How you doing?
And Nicandro says, given the aesthetics of his Rumble intros,
Wait,
out of options or
people who go to Rumble are out of options or being paid handsomely. The second thing he said is what I thought was going to be the case. Like, is all of this a rollout for you to premiere your live streams on Rumble? Right? Because Rumble be trying to get people to leave whatever streaming service they're using, YouTube, Twitch, right? A lot of it within the streaming wars, which kind of ended to some degree, but they was giving out them exclusive deals like hotcakes some years back if you had a following. They'll pay you the bag, you stream on our service exclusively, and then it is what it is. You get your money, right? I think the last person that got a bigger deal might have been Dr. Disrespect. I think he got a deal that gave him like a certain level of ownership. But anyway, that's what I thought was going to be the case with Tectone. I thought they just paid him.
being paid handsomely. And Nicandro says, given the aesthetics of his Rumble intros, he seems to be prepping his audience to see him in a jail cell. Given all the third partying and tweets violating his protective order, not a...
He said Hasan is the meat of potatoes. Right. As much as he's giving out content. Hey, what's up? Who cares? Did you see the E-Move reveal? I got spoiled on it. I didn't see it per se, but my older brother saw it. And when I was hanging out with him, I was like, you might as well just tell me. So I'm kind of spoiled on what the reveal is, but I haven't seen it for myself.
Bad idea. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko, Sal Sal, Coldest Bandito, Captain Crash.
Okay, that must be the end. Yeah, I think that when it comes to this Tectone dude, there's a lot that he does with never takes accountability. And people don't really be holding him accountable too, it seems. But it is what it is. That's my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Hit the hype button as well. Watch more videos.